It's February 8th down here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm here with the infamous Jenya Orlov. Jenya Orlov was voted, I say, #1 female blogger in the world. She says #1 female blogger in MLM. But anyways, with what I'm doing, I'm reaching out to people that are dealing with the effects of suicide, low self-esteem, need some type of motivation. And Jenya's story is a story of influence. Because of her, I followed her to this company that we are actually down here in the valley for, and have seen what she has done, and had asked her to share her story. So Jenya, if you could please share your story with others.
Okay. Yes, my name is Jenya Orlov, and I have skipped a lot of school when I was little because I had allergy and I didn't realize that I had allergy, so I thought it was chronic disease, that I always was sick, and I skipped a lot of school. So, and then I even, we took journals from the teacher, and I would put in the grades so that I would pass, so it was that bad. So I had no clue about the chemistry or the geography or physics. I only basically was interested in math, and that's the only topic. Literature I skipped. I skipped like everything, so I was like this, oh my gosh, I skipped everything. And then I came here to the United States when I was 17, and I started college, but I never finished it because it was expensive for international students. And then my mom came over to the United States, and we started working cleaning houses, and then I met my husband. I married a Russian guy, and he kind of asked his boss to give me a position. So I didn't earn it. So I always felt like, even the position that I had for 1 year, even that I didn't find myself. So every time I would go to parties or anywhere, people would start talking about literature or music or this and that, and I didn't know anything. So I was kind of staying in the corner, shy. I didn't want to feel stupid, so I didn't want people to judge me, so I just kept quiet. And in the meantime, I was always fascinated with the books like Millionaire's Mind or Think and Grow Rich, and I was so fascinated that I thought people were crazy, promoting these books, and I kind of looked at it, but I never saw, it's never gonna work, it's stupid, and I always hid them, so I was like, nobody would know that I'm reading those.
Yeah.
And so the time went on, and people would not, but if you're staying in an environment where people are not appreciating you, and you don't know that everybody has gifts, or they can develop skills if they wanted to progress in life, and I was so embarrassed of my accent, my Russian accent, and I was, always I would call the phone somewhere, and I would leave a message with my voice, and then I would hit the play button and listen to it, and it was nosy voice, because I have some the speak in the nosy voice, and I would oh my gosh, this is so horrible, that's so terrible. And in the mirror, every morning I would wake up, and I would stay I would turn every way from the mirror, because my nose is not symmetrical, my lips are straight, my teeth are like this, and I would oh my gosh, everybody's seeing this, oh my gosh, that's so, everybody sees my imperfections, and I would brain play this over and over and over in my mind, and I would look in the mirror, and I would say, oh my gosh, my thighs are so bad, and all this and that, and it's how everybody says such negative things about themselves. Everybody has this. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how people are saying to me how beautiful I am, or whatever, I like your accent now, but we still feel that we want to focus on all the negative things. Yeah. So, and then if you're in an environment where you don't, you stay at home, and then you watch TV, and you think, okay, this is the people who are in TV, they're so special, they're so smart, they're this, they're that. people who are, for me, I never worked in corporate long enough, so I thought everybody who works in corporate, they're so smart, so much smarter than me, and I'm this dumb little housewife that I had no passion for life, and I thought, oh my gosh, what's the point of living, or what's the point of, I don't feel passionate all this time, I just wake up, you know, drive the kids to these activities, and then watch TV, watch the whatever. And then I found network marketing industry. So I was introduced to it like 2.5 years ago, and I was so fascinated by that. And I went to the meeting, and I saw that this business is only for housewives who can't actually like work at corporate. Yeah. So for people who stay at home, and then, you know, there were these ladies on stage. They were like vice presidents of this bank or this bank, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these ladies are so, you know, and they're doing this profession. Oh my gosh, I should check it out more. So that was the first impact that made that higher status people that made on me, because I never saw this industry from this. You know, I always saw, you know, people going, you know, to neighbors and friends.
Placed it as a low standard
right,
type of.
Right. It's like, oh, you know, just sell, you know, soaps to your friends and so anyway, but like I started listening to the personal development, because our industry is all about becoming leaders, so that you can become a leader and lead the team of people. And then I started listening, and oh my gosh, every tape I listen to, it's like, oh my god, people are from nowhere. They are like, you know, people who were on food stamps, people who were in foreclosure, people who were like nowhere, like homeless, and like, you know, there were so many stories like that, but I still didn't, you know, grasp that. So for like 7 months or 8 months, I was just listening like a sponge, because I couldn't even talk to people, because I felt so intimidated that they would judge me because I'm so dumb. I don't know this question, I don't know that question. I would never come up to anybody who had a high income or was educated enough, or like vice president of the bank lady, right? So one time we went to a convention with her, and we roomed together, and when I saw her like in pajamas without makeup, and it was like a huge hit for me, because oh my gosh, she's like the same person as me, and we're like, but she can speak on stage, and I would never be able to do that, you know. And so as time went on, we went to a bigger convention, and we were sitting somewhere very, very high at the, you know, all the VIP people, they were like in the below with the chained off access and like celebrity status, and we were like way below. And then I had the opportunity to go back with the one of the high ladies, to go down and stay close to where the people would go on stage, and I would like, oh, I want to see what the people look like, you know, because I've never been in these circles, you know, where people, I just, you know, stayed at home literally, like I've never been in the circles where people were making money, and you know, I don't know, and then I came close, and I saw these people, and then I came to the guy that I watched online over and over and over, and he was shocked, because, you know, I've never reached out to him, so I was like, oh yeah, hi Paul, and he's like, who are you, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, I get it, but it struck me the most that so that's why I started doing videos later on now, even when you're just a regular person, but when you do the videos, and you are shy, because I was so shy to talk to anybody, so I started doing videos, and I would never say this to this lady, but if I like be brave enough and talk to the camera, I will pretend that it's my friend or whatever, and then I kind of feel better if I just send the video to this lady and whatever, you know, but it's like, whatever she thinks, it's not, if she rejects or not, it's not me personally, it's just to the video, you know, she will not respond, whatever, I understand. But
so you're not seeing her eyes.
Right, you know.
Just, well, if I hear from her, great, if I don't, great.
So I started doing a lot of videos. I overcame the fear of video camera. And then I just published the videos, but I never, I was still shy, you know, I was just sitting at home doing these videos things, and then I remember one time I went to an event, and people who watched the videos, they're like, oh my gosh, Jane, and I felt like this celebrity status, because, you know, I never did anything out of the ordinary. I was just talking to the camera all the time and
Yeah.
uploading it to YouTube. But people, because we are so conditioned with all the celebrities, like in the magazines, the gossip, this, that, and TV, we think that they're completely different people, even though they're not. They're just the same people who are on camera all the time. So you can actually create your own story, your own reality TV. That struck me, that when people see me, first of all, when you do videos, it's leveraging, and then later people are starting like following you if you have great content, if you have a great story, and you still, everybody has the story. And the only thing that I'm not sure if it's for your audience. It's
however you want to go,
okay.
go with
You can just cut out pieces. But what I think is, like, in when you go through personal development and you get the idea that everybody in this life matters, and I've seen so many people that they come out of nowhere. It's not just in our industry, it's just they became motivational speakers after they, and a lot of stories who are actually inspiring their people when they reach so much down and they go through so much struggle, and they hit the bottom and they have nowhere to go, and they feel that this is the end of the world. Nobody is caring about them, nobody is this.
Yeah.
And it's like the only thing is to commit suicide. But it's not true. Everybody's story can inspire somebody else. You just have to go out there and start either with blogging or either with writing a book. Or I've seen, right now I'm in my circle of friends, we have so many book authors, our like speakers, coaches, different
everybody from everywhere.
Yeah, different niches, but everybody there. I talk to so many, right now I talk to so many successful people who are making so much money, and they're so, like, they're full of life, and they sleep like me. We sleep like only like 5 hours at the most, because we're so passionate with communicating with fans and communicating with different people, that actually the most gratifying feeling for me is when people are reaching out to me and saying, your videos made a difference for me. I overcame my shyness. I overcame this. I was so embarrassed for this, or I was so this. And it feels like, oh my gosh, I impacted somebody's life. So it's like, so I can't even express how rewarding it is. And for me, like, my story is inspirational to other people, because I just came, I came from nowhere and I started it myself. I didn't have any connections, I didn't have anything. What I did is I reached out to leaders and I paid them for coaching. I paid them for, to be in their mastermind groups, to be in their coaching. So even if I didn't have any money, I took out credit card, and my husband didn't even know that, but I felt that it would be worth it.
Yeah.
Because you get the relationship, and then the fear I overcame. What started my snowball, I overcame the fear of reaching out to people who are influential, leaders, and asking for interviews. And I thought, before I was so negative thinking that, oh, nobody will reply to me, nobody will have to do anything with me, nobody this, nobody that. And whatever you think, you attract. So nothing happened. With all this personal development, I started believing, yeah, why not? He was in the same situation not long ago. I will ask him for this. I will ask her for this. And I started asking one person, and then the other person, and then the third person, and then it kind of, the whole group of people. And then I would come up to the next person and say, oh, I interviewed this, and I would like say, I opened to giving me an interview. So it kind of, and then I had a coach, and I hired a coach, and she is an amazing lady. Her name is Rebecca Woodhead. She's in United Kingdom. Her story is so transformational. She got into a car accident, and she had been in coma for a long time. And doctors said that she could not be able to speak for the whole life. She would not be able to read, nothing. And she taught herself how to read, how to write. Now she's a best-selling author in United Kingdom, on Amazon, everywhere. She goes and speaks on stages. She's like working with huge people, and we kind of got together in one group, and we got mixed, and then she accepts clients as her for her coaching, and I decided, yes, I want to work with her because she's like working one-on-one. So, and it was the best investment for me what she did, because every time I would feel so down, we had like weekly coaching sessions, and then she would say, no, Jane, you are great at this, you are great at that, because I felt completely self-worth. I mean, I didn't have any self-esteem.
Was this even after meeting people and interviewing?
It started kind of at the same time. It all kind of came together, but and I started interviewing, and she actually, I didn't hire her first. She was telling me how to edit the interviews to make a bit better impact and to make it, you know, more compact and what to say. But then I hired her, and she was like kind of reprogramming my mind. So the first session we did, I remember I was crying, and she said, Jane, I see this vision for you. You're going to be impacting people. What do you see yourself? Which people are you seeing impacting? Is it just working with corporate, money-wise, or do you see these girls who have no self-esteem, and they're like you, watching at night and crying and feel this inspiration? And I thought, oh, I feel better connected with this. I want to impact, you know, the girl that you described.
Oh, yeah.
And she just like described all these people. Oh, like it was me, you know. I would watch and I would cry, and I would see all these leaders on the video, and I would, you know, think, oh my gosh, I want to be there. I want to be at this party. I want to be at this boat. I want to be here and there. And I would like watch, and every morning and every night I made a little video with people that I want to work with, and I would put this music that really inspired me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta laugh. I saw your video the other day where you had your headphones on. You're talking about you have your music that pumps you up in the airport.
Right. And right now I overcame the fear. I mean, the people are so, how would they say, conventional. You know, they try to be like everybody else. They try to please the masses. They want to fit in. They want to, you know. And now I feel, oh my gosh, I want to stand out. I want to be
you're
different.
Glad you
right.
Yeah.
And you know, even with my name, my real name is Jenya, but I changed it to blend in because Jane is more like common, and you know, now I want to stand out. I want to, you know, be unique. And even with the accent, people are like so scared of videos doing because they have an accent or because they have this or something else. And now people are telling me, no, it's unique, you're memorable because you have this and that. So you need to find something that is unique about you, and that the audience will be drawn to you. And you know, because everybody has something that they can offer. And try not to be somebody else and pretend, because everything started happening when I went authentic, and I would do videos in my robe and my kids are running in the background, so people can see that you're a real person.
Yeah.
And when they connect to you through social media or through whatever, you need to respond to them. It's not like you're putting it out there and people are not gonna follow you if you're not responding. So I'm responding to all my followers. Right now I can't to everybody, but still. But it's not even about the following, or there's so much in life that, oh my gosh, I'm interviewing people who are, you know, like the best tennis player. One guy went from a basement. He started videos how to play tennis.
Oh, okay.
Now he's like one of the top companies. Two people, he and another guy, one of the top companies in the world for the tennis. They do this. Contracts with all the pro tennis players, and he wants to, you know, do some contracts with Connect and stuff. I mean, there's so many inspirational stories. You just have to look out for.
Big truck.
Yes, you just. I don't even know how to explain, but I see so much. Vision in my life now that I want to accomplish, and there's no time to think of negative thoughts, and there's no time to watch TV. I don't watch TV for 2 years. There's no time to spend on stupid, like, arguing and gossiping and doing this. Like the whole majority of people, they watch this news, and the news are all negative, and this is gossiping on cheated on whom, and this and this,
Yes.
and all this mass negativity. They try to program our minds that, oh my gosh, you know, just stay there. They don't want people to, you know, be successful, all of the people, because it won't, obviously.
And that goes with the saying, crabs in a bucket.
Right.
One crab tries climbing to the top, everybody else tries bringing them down.
Right.
So, God forbid somebody be successful and happy.
Right.
So
And
you're trying to get away from that.
I went through so much struggle. I would cry. I would, I had actually, like, I mean, I don't even know how to explain, but I went through a lot of problems and struggles,
Yeah.
and things, and I just decided that I don't want to pay attention to this. I just want to focus on my success, and I went little by little, step by step, just took steps and just ignored, because I haven't seen my regular friends for a while, and it's just, you know, I'm doing my own thing. They're thinking I'm crazy, and I'm, you know, it's
Crazy can be good though.
Right.
Sometimes you got to be crazy to step out. And,
right.
You know, like I told you just a bit ago when I first met you, I was like, oh, Phyllis introduced me to you. Phyllis was the first one I met with the company, and then she introduced me to you, and I was like, oh, she's real shy. And then lo and behold, I get home and see you on Facebook. I'm like, holy cow, this woman's big time.
Mm-hmm.
Far from shy. So I followed you around and seen you with the big names in network marketing and social media, and just kind of followed you and learned a lot from you, and you got an awesome story. But I have a question for you. Was there a certain trigger in life that just kind of kicked that switch, or was it just it sounded like you were about to say you just slowly progressed and chunked it?
No, as I was going through this personal development, I remember now looking back at my videos, I had on March 1st, 2012, which was a year ago, I couldn't sleep all night, and I woke up and I had this kind of like channeling going through me, and I thought it was, and not long ago I saw a lady who wrote a book, and she was talking about, because I never knew how the authors write books, how they get inspiration, and she was talking about something like channeling outside of you, and you getting all these ideas and you write it down, and boom, you got a book. So I like woke up and I had this channeling going through me, and I saw, oh my gosh, I'm gonna release this documentary, my success story, you know. Oh my gosh, so I started grabbing like the video recorder, the audio recorder, I was like writing down everything, and I was like even saying, you know, I see myself publishing this movie, a documentary, and it's gonna be, you know, unedited, and it's gonna be the bestseller. So it was kind of crazy, and I started doing videos, and I would like tape myself, and I would say, I feel so successful already, but now I'm just going, you know, I'm just the same, you know, I'm just this little housewife in the school picking up kids, and I see myself successful, and I was like, today's March 1st, 2012, blah, 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 and I would like record a whole bunch of videos, and I would start recording videos when I felt happy and when I was sad. So the sad ones I kept for myself, I never published them, because I wanted, you know, when I reach success, I want to publish to see the struggles what I went through. And I taped the crying videos, the rejected videos, people laughing at me videos, everything. Like I taped so that I would be able to show other people how shy I was, how that everybody goes through struggle before they reach.
Well, I saw clips of your first video. I clicked play and couldn't watch it all, but that was a total different person than the woman that's sitting right here.
Right. Right. And what I suggest is, when you're in the state of excitement, when you're like went somewhere or you listen to some inspirational something, you should grab a video and record your feeling of this excitement, and then when you're down, you should go back and watch the video. It will put your mind, your state in that state of excitement and energy, and if you're, you know, and then you will be able to stay in that not reality more and more of excitement, and get more events which are like, you know, when I feel down, I just
you create a lot more real positive.
Right. When I feel down, I just, you know, pump up the music really loud, and I just dance like crazy, because it releases all your negative energy, and depression, and it just lets you kind of escape the mess.
Yeah.
Or you just need to stay in kind of not even reality, and your mind over time will reprogram, and it will stay. And now I'm so positive with all the negativity. Like I share, I had an eye infection recently, and my friend, who we don't communicate anymore a lot of times, so she called me and said, "How are your eyes?" And I'm like laughing, and I said, "Oh my gosh, it hurts so much, I can't see anything." And she says, "You're crazy, why are you laughing? You should cry." And I'm like, "I can't stop."